Hello.
Hi there.
Oh, please, I didn't get you clearly, please.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. During your explanation, you were discussing that the manager's priority should be to keep an organization out of stage 4, or keep an organization in stage 4. Should they not be trying to keep it in stage 3?
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, from my understanding, from the study text, stage 3 is good. Stage 3 is good. But see, naturally, it's like let's compare to the human being. As you grow older, you know that things are different. When you move from 50 to 60, you move from 60 to 70, and definitely, if you still remain alive, you might hit 80 and 90, and at that age, you will be very old. That happens, and you have people to help you, do things for you, and so on. So that's how I look at it. Yeah. If it is possible to remain at 3, and then the company is competitive, good. But my understanding here is that it is the duty of the manager to devise a system or a method of keeping the company alive, even if it is keeping it at stage 3.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Marcelo.
Yeah, but we also need to explain a little more on this.
Marcelo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you perhaps explain how the organizational life cycle is related to competitive advantage?
Okay, so I think Sarah has a point here where she is relating this life cycle with these different parts of this forming, storming, norming, and performing. Yeah, according to this Professor Tuckman. So I think that will take us closer to the competitive advantage part. Sarah, I don't know if can you write that down, your thoughts about that, so we can summarize it?
Yeah, but you have a, Marcel, you have a direct link as well, do you not, from leadership, the life cycle, sorry, and competitive advantage. I don't see the link.
Okay, I think it will really depends on the type of organization that you have and the market that you are in. So your competitive advantage is to do to have a good product and to perform a good service and to do it better than your competitors. So the stage where you're at depends on the conditions of your enterprise and the market. So in order to reach a competitive advantage, it's going to be different for a newspaper than for Apple. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my take. If you can see the text, Sarah is sending a message where she's linking the life cycle with this other part that was seeing in the module 6.
The work group development, yeah, okay.
So what do you think about that? Can we really link this life cycle of the organization to these stages for the group formation?
I think we can when it's a new business. That would be my thoughts, because the new business, they've gone through similar stages.
I don't. I think there's a difference in that stage 4, performing stage for work group development, is when actual performance is close to potential performance. But stage 4 for organizational life cycle is actually decline.
No, that's true. So you'd be looking at a stage 4 group, and Tupman's would be more along the lines of maturity.
Basically,
because the group
yeah, the way I look
would
at
be
it is
mature
that,
then.
yeah, the way I look at it is that for work group development, your aim is to get to stage 4. For organizational leadership, if you're in stage 4, then you're potentially in decline, which is not where you want to be.
Yes, whereas you would say a group that is in stage 4, which is in the performing stage, so it would then be potentially in the stage 3 in the life cycle of the firm, because all the norms will have been set and the company is in maturity.
Yeah, that's the most desirable stage, I would say. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Marcelo, do you have any thoughts on that? Is that right or wrong? Or
I don't know. I agree with that. I will add that this group formation.
'cause I personally think that's a danger here as well with this this actual module course, in that there's so many things linking. You really have no idea about what exactly is the correct link or not.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know how that's how that works with the multiple choice questions, but on the essays, I think we are safe if we explain how we are linking the ideas.
Okay, Marcelo, would you add that to the question to the prof?
Sure, I will
Let's
do
see the
that.
link between, yes.
Sure, I will do that now.
Is it the question? Is there a link between the group development stage 4 and life cycle stage 4? Is that the question?
Yeah, let me try to phrase it here.
Okay, thank you.
Or is it a correlation between the work group stage development to the life cycle, to the organizational life cycle?
So, see, on a separate note, can I just ask, are any of you guys on this call based in the UK?
No, I'm in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Do you think this could be the correct way to put it?
Yeah, I think that reads well.
Okay.
Marcelo,
Yes?
would you be able to put that this mind map up again on a new thread after this call?
Sorry, didn't hear that.
Would you be able to see this diagram we're looking at now? Would you be able to put it up again on a new thread?
I didn't hit the last part, so okay. I see your text now. Oh, sure, sure. Well, by the way, this diagram, you can find it on the website. I will show you where.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can see my screen now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on the website, the organizational behavior, on the introduction.
Yeah.
So you go down this same page and you will find the diagram.
Okay.
Okay. So we have already talked about this employee and its satisfaction, the determinants and consequences. We briefly mentioned this. We talked about the content and process motivation theories. We also talked about stress and behavior modification, incentives. We mentioned this. We talked about power. We talked about life cycle theory. We also mentioned leadership. Okay. What about this number 16? What do we mean by that? How do we tie that with a competitive advantage and all the previous things that we mentioned?
Well, it's to do with innovation. You know, new ideas, exploiting ideas, and creating enterprises, which I suppose leads to competitive advantage.
Okay. Any more comments on this?
Sorry, just one other point as well. Firms actually within organisations, they can create entrepreneurial positions to accommodate those entrepreneurs.
I think this is related also to empowerment and how you create this entrepreneurial culture in the organization. So about the implementation of self-directed teams, we have been talking about that in the faculty board. Basically, these are groups that you put in the organization with the aim of solving organizational problems. These are like project teams for that aim. We have examples of how this is implemented. I don't know if there's any specific question or doubt about this concept.
Just one question. How does this actually relate to competitive advantage? Is it because it reduces, like, the FTTs absorb some of the middle management responsibilities? Is that how it directly relates to competitive advantage?
Okay, so I'm not sure whether this will actually create a cost advantage by eliminating some management. I think this is like, I don't know how tangible this is, and in terms of money directly related to this issue. But I think these self-directed teams will create insight and synergies inside the company, and that will create competitive advantage. So I don't know what's your take on that. Does anyone else want to comment on that?
Can you give us an example of what you mean by your last statement?
Okay, with these teams, which are created in order to solve organizational problems, which this is, I think this is related also to the organizational change and development, because if you create these teams, it's because you have already seen that there's a problem that needs to be solved. So this will be the first phases of the change with the diagnosis. So in creating those changes and identifying where the weak points of your organization are, you will be working on these other concepts that we have seen at the beginning. You will be working on motivation, and you will be changing your performance assessment methods and also your incentives. And as a result, your performance will increase. So that will create competitive advantage.
Okay, but can I just say then, one point to what you said is that in order to implement STDs, you said there that you need to change your incentive and your performance appraisal and performance management. Surely that's additional work which wouldn't need to have been done. So you're not really creating, your efficiencies are being eroded somewhat because of having to do additional work to set up the STDs. Is anybody still there? I'm not going to bother with a question, Marcel.